Hey guys, and welcome to another watch review. I'm Anders from Finland, and today I'll be reviewing my favorite tool watch in my watch collection at the moment, and it's an affordable digital quartz watch, the Casio AE-1300WH. I bought mine for 10 euros second hand, and you can get one yourself for around 20 euros or $20. So it's really affordable, and at this price point a watch for pretty much anybody who wants it. In this video I'll give you an overall look at the watch, tell you its dimensions, and then in the end I'll go through the different functions and give you a short little tutorial on how to use them. So this is a 100-meter water resistant watch, so I think it's pretty much as close as you'll get to a G-Shock without getting a G-Shock. And I think it's just the right size for a watch like this. I don't really like the way G-Shocks look, but maybe that's something I'll learn to like someday. But for now on, this watch works for me perfectly. And about the module, it has a 3426 module. You can see it on the case back. And this is a really accurate movement or watch. It's supposed to be plus or minus 15 seconds per month, so that's around half a second per day. So it's really accurate, as Casio's and other quartz watches usually are. I'll make a separate video on how to put your Casio on a NATO strap. I have mine on a 22mm camo NATO strap. I just think it looks nicer than the stock resin strap that comes with the watch. And it also looks a lot nicer than an 18mm strap. This is a little bit problematic to get on it because it does have 18mm lug width. And a quick note before I get to it, I've used some nail polish remover to remove the 10-year battery and the illuminator text from my watch, so it doesn't look exactly the same as the one you'll get if you'll buy one or if you've bought one. And here's what the watch looked like before I removed the text and it was on an 18mm NATO. Not looking so sharp on that. And a wristwatch check, I'm wearing my Seiko SNZF-17, aka the Sea Urchin. I just reviewed this watch for my first ever watch review on YouTube. If you're interested, be sure to check it out on my channel. But now let's put this thing back on the stock strap and get to the review. Alright, let's change this strap. We'll see how it goes with these gloves on. Alright, so the dimensions of the watch. We have a 39.5mm case, 45 lug to lug, 18mm lug, and 12.5 thickness. And this is an entirely plastic case with some sort of a plexi or plastic crystal and I don't know if you can call it a screw down case back, but a case back with 4 screws. And then this plastic resin, as they call it, strap. Okay, quick overview of the functions before I get into all of them a little bit in detail. We have a backlight in amber, which always glows for about 1 second. Then we have the standard time window with day, date and month. we have a stopwatch, a countdown timer, interval timer, world time with preset cities, an alarm, and then back to the watch itself. First off, the standard time page. You can see the day, date, and month, and nothing special here. You can just pick if you want to have it in AM PM mode or 24-hour mode. Next up, the stopwatch. So let's press it to get it to start. As you can see, we have two different timers here, so if I press this button again, the upper one stops while the lower one keeps going. And if I press it one more time, it starts again, or it continues. So down here you have the total elapsed time, and up here you can have a time that you just stop and start again. So it's kind of in two parts. So, and oh yeah, if we keep this button pressed, it resets the whole thing. Okay, now the countdown timer. We have a set of preset timer possibilities: 10 minutes, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. Then we also have the option of having it as a one-time timer only, or if we press this button and keep it pressed, you'll see a little circle show up there, the 1 here. That means when I start this timer, when it has elapsed, it'll start timing again after it has alarmed, and then there will be a number 2 here. So it'll just keep counting down 10 minutes for you. I'll just fast forward and demonstrate for you how this looks. And as you see, as soon as the timer's done, it jumps to number 2 here and starts counting down the next 10 minutes. And it goes on like that. I don't know how many times it's going to go over, but probably enough. And you can also stop and start or continue the timer when you want, or just reset. And now I'll show you, this is how you'll put just a single timer by holding this button pressed. The circle and the 1 or 2 here goes away, and now it's just a one-time 10-minute timer. Okay, so now the single timer is done, and after that it just starts counting down seconds to show you how much time has elapsed since the timer was completed. So that way you'll still keep track of time in case you miss the alarm or something. Yeah, then you can stop this time also, and now it works like a kind of like a stopwatch. And here you just reset. And that was the timer. Pretty nifty. Okay, next up the interval timer, and this has the possibility of up to 9 different intervals, and you can set it yourself as you please. So let's see here. Interval 1, let's put 5 seconds here, and here you can choose whether you want the interval to start looping from this point, or want it to go on to the to stage 2, which we're gonna do. Now let's take interval 2, and let's put 5 seconds here also, and continue forward to interval 3. Let's put 5 seconds here, and then we'll set it to loop from the 3rd stage back to 1. So there we go. Let's start. Second stage, 5 seconds. Third stage, 5 seconds. And should go back to 1 here. Went back to interval 1, and it's the second lap. So you can do this for some kind of interval training or whatever. Actually, might start using this myself now after that I got used to it. So here we have the world time function with preset cities. Here we have London time, Barcelona, Paris, Milano, Rome, Berlin, Athens, and so forth. So just when you set the time, when you start the watch, you set which time zone you're in, and then it knows how to set the rest of the time. So I bet it's one of the cheapest GMT watches around. Last but not least, we have the alarm function, and here you can just set an alarm for, let's try setting an alarm for 13:25. And there it goes. Let's silence it. So that was the alarm function. This is the hourly chime, I think. And when it looks like that, it's using both. And now it's off. So yeah, those were the modes of this watch. Hope it helps. And here's how this Casio wears on my 6.5, 6.75 inch wrist. That is around 16 and 17 centimeters in the metric system. And this resin strap is actually pretty comfy, but I just don't really like the look of it. I think it's a little bit boring, so I went ahead and switched it to an NATO strap, and I'll make a video of how to do that as soon as possible, maybe a couple of days. And if you're interested, be sure to stay tuned and check that out. And just for comparison, here's how the watch wears on a 22mm NATO strap. I just think it looks a lot nicer than on the resin strap, but that's a matter of preference. Anyways, if you watched this video this far, I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and make sure you give this video a like, and if you have any suggestions for me on how to make these videos better and give me some pointers, that would be much appreciated. But if not, then until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.